In a world where status defines destiny, Nosy, a humble yet resilient orphan, dares to love beyond her boundaries. She finds herself in the arms of Ugo, the son of a wealthy and powerful man, Mr. Okonkwo. Their love is pure, fierce, and unshakable. When Ugo brings Nosy home to introduce her as his future wife, the grand sitting room of the Okonkwo mansion was filled with silence, broken only by the rhythmic tapping of Madame Okonkwo's manicured nails against the polished mahogany table. She sat stiffly in her gold-embroidered chair, her face unreadable. Across from her stood Ugo, his hands clenched into fists, his eyes burning with defiance. Beside him, Nosy stood nervously, her heart pounding in her chest. She had prepared herself for this day of rejection and storm of cruel words. Surprisingly, Madame Okonkwo exhaled sharply and leaned forward, fixing her gaze on Nosy. "You truly love my son, don't you?" she asked. Nosy, her voice softer than usual, swallowed hard and nodded. "With all my heart, Ma." "Welcome home, my daughter," said Madame Okonkwo with a warm embrace. Few days later, Madame Okonkwo inquires about Nosy. She's enraged with the news of Nosy being an orphan. Josie is nothing but an orphan with no name, no heritage, no place among the elite, in her words. She vows never to allow Ugo marry a girl with no family and status. Determined to fight for their love, Ugo stands against his mother, defying the traditions that seek to separate them. But the pressure mounts. The rumors spread. Nozier, feeling unworthy and scared she will be the reason Ugo loses everything, makes a heartbreaking decision. She vanishes without a trace. Ugo is devastated. He searches everywhere, desperate to find the woman he loves. As time passed, Ugo sat on the balcony of his penthouse, staring into the night sky, his heart heavy with longing. It had been 2 years since Nosy vanished. He had searched endlessly, hoping for a miracle, but she was gone like a whisper carried away by the wind. Madame Okonkwo had moved on, basking in her triumph. She introduced Ugo to several young women from wealthy families, but he rejected them all. His heart belonged to Nozier. Then, one fateful evening, Madame Okonkwo received an invitation. It was for an exclusive charity gala hosted by a mysterious new philanthropist. Intrigued, she decided to attend with Ugo by her side. The venue was breathtaking, decorated with the finest chandeliers and floral arrangements. The air buzzed with excitement as guests whispered about the enigmatic woman behind the event. Then the moment arrived. The hostess stepped onto the stage, dressed in an elegant African gown that commanded attention. It was Nosy. Gasps filled the room. Madame Okonkwo clutched her chest in disbelief. The girl she once called a nameless orphan now stood before her, a powerful and respected woman. Nosy took the microphone, her voice calm but firm. "This foundation is dedicated to children without families because I know what it means to grow up alone. But today, I am not alone. I have built my own family and my own name." Ugo, overwhelmed, rushed onto the stage. "Nosy," he called, his voice breaking. She turned, her eyes locking onto his. "Ugo." Before she could say another word, he pulled her into a deep embrace. "I never stopped looking for you," Ugo stated. Tears welled in Nosy's eyes, said, "I never stopped loving you." Just when everyone thought the night couldn't be more shocking, Madame Okonkwo did something no one expected. She stood up, walked onto the stage, and took Nosy's hands in hers. "I was wrong," she admitted, her voice trembling. "I judged you by your past, not by your worth. But you have proven that family is not about blood. It is about strength, love, and resilience. And for that, I ask for your forgiveness." A stunned silence followed. Then slowly, Nosy smiled and nodded. "I forgive you, Ma." The crowd erupted in applause. As the night came to an end, Ugo got down on one knee. "Nosy, I've lost you once, and I won't let it happen again. Will you marry me?" Tears of joy streamed down Nosy's cheeks. "Yes, Ugo. 1,000 times yes." And just when Madame Okonkwo thought she had seen it all, Ugo revealed one last twist. "Mother, you always wanted me to marry into wealth. Well, guess what? Nosy is now one of the richest women in the country." Madame Okonkwo gasped, "What?" Nosy laughed softly. "The land my father left me was filled with gold." Madame Okonkwo nearly fainted. The love she once rejected had turned out to be the greatest blessing of all. Number 1. Genuine love is not defined by status or wealth, but by the willingness to fight for each other despite obstacles. Number 2. Rejecting others based on their background can lead to regrets when fate proves their worth. And number 3. No matter the challenges, what is meant to be will always find its way at the right time.